Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, October 7th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I keep listening to heal my way into harmony. I was like, wait, what month is it? When I was doing that. Today we have Sun opposite Chiron. And this is prepping us for the incoming full moon. You know, a full moon is an opposition between the sun and the moon. And when we have oppositions, a lot of times there is actually a balancing, harmonizing factor. But sometimes there can be a little push and pull. And there's a part of my Libra that argues against this message that's coming through, and even my Sagittarius and Gemini. The Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra in me is like, let's be peaceful, let's keep it friendly. But the Scorpio in me is all for this. So let's bring it forth. Conflict is okay. And there is likely to be conflict over the next few days. And sometimes we need to move through conflict, challenge, differing opinions, different ways of being in order to move into our next layer of harmony. And that's what I'm kind of feeling coming up in these astro energies is some forms of conflict. Now, when it comes to conflict, how we do it, I think, is more how it matters, right? Because everyone in the world is never going to fully agree. Does that sentence work? Hopefully it does. I know you know what I mean. We're not all going to be of one mind ever, and nor are we meant to be, right? There's so many ways to make our way through life, through our experiences. And it's important for us to walk our individual path. Okay. Thank you, Wolf. I'm assuming that's who that was. Or the ghost in our house. Anyway, add the ghost to the Astro Squad. Anyway, that's part of what Chiron in Aries, Jupiter in Aries, this full moon in Aries is reminding us. Your individual way of making your way through life is so important. And you are entitled to do it your way. Channel Frank Sinatra. It's okay to do it my way. It's okay to do it your way. That's actually a challenge of Libra, because a lot of times Libra can find themselves doing it somebody else's way rather than being able to fully hold their own in efforts to harmonize. And yet, two different notes can be a beautiful harmonization or in beautiful harmony. So I make up new words on with different instruments, right? That's what life is about. Like, let's find the harmony as we play our individual notes. So your work today is, how do I honor me in my path forward? How do I take healing steps forward via who I am? What is healing for me? And trust that the more in integrity, the more authentic you are, truly the more healing, the more harmony you're going to bring to the world. Even if in the process it does lead to conflict, if it leads to challenges, because sometimes it's not clear how that harmony is meant to happen. And chances are we're not walking our authentic path yet, right? You know, there's a lot of layers to that. But keep that in mind for today. Because I think sometimes that fear of conflict is what keeps us from being willing to walk that individual path that we're here to walk. Now, speaking of conflict, we have some chiller astro, and we have some more challenging astro. The chiller stuff, we actually have some lazy cat going on. We have the moon connecting to Uranus in the afternoon. Anytime we have Pisces and Taurus together, which the moon is in Pisces, Uranus and Taurus, we get what I call the lazy cat. There may be some triggers coming up in this lazy cat, but nonetheless, here we are. So that may be part of it. part of your individual path, being able to find a way to take it easy on yourself. We also have the moon and Neptune connecting. So dreams leading to this full moon, if you are able to sleep, may be a little bit off the hook, bringing forth some interesting data, interesting download, interesting messages to be processed. What else we have is the moon squaring Mars. And anytime we've got Mars and the moon connecting, we bring emotions with action, frustrations, passions, and there can be the challenges. Now, Pisces and Gemini, again, are some of the signs are like, can we just get along? Like, can we find a way? But this may be where like some of that conflict around people's actions, not necessarily lining up with yours, come up, and those frustrations. And again, that's all okay. It is okay to experience those things. And sometimes we just need to learn to breathe and remind each other that it's okay to go our own way. So just be aware, though, that those frustrations may arise. And this is, again, as we build to a full moon in Aries this Sunday. And, a full moon in Aries can bring up the aggro. So keep that in mind. Also, of note, Pluto is going direct tomorrow, unless Pluto is like sitting on your stuff. It's 26 degrees Capricorn. Unless it's like squaring you or right on top of you, chances are you're not necessarily going to feel that direct energy, but this is a time, again, to reaffirm the power of your personal authority. And I think that goes hand in hand with everything else I was saying. So just keep that in mind. Astro-wise, moment to moment. Sounds pretty appropriate. I don't know why I always have something on this finger these days. Looks like makeup in this case. Anyway, moment to moment. So I just think it's going to be one of those up and down kind of days. And yeah, there's a lot of factors. We've got the past lives card, which is the moon card. So, things coming from the subconscious to the forefront. And yet, even as they come to the forefront, we are breaking free. We have the Rebel card. And the Rebel goes hand in hand with the Fool. Again, as we go our own way, as we allow others to go their own way, this is powerful energy. And the more we can honor who we are, the more we flourish, the more we flower, the more we bloom, the more we come into ourselves. And that is wholly important on this planet. So, leaving that here for today, you can book a reading with me. Eclipse readings, holy moly, the second eclipse is bananas energy. So I think it's worthwhile to book a reading. They're $44, and you can get on the schedule by emailing me. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.